Happy FriYay, everybody. Happy FriYay. Oh my gosh, I have missed you all. I feel like we've all missed each other. How you all doing? There were some of you I was able to chat with, and welcome CJ, Sarah, Mona, John, Ninja. What's up? How y'all doing? JC, hello, welcome back. WWE, how you doing? Joey Bunny, I miss you too. I totally did. I'm doing well. I am happy to be back. It's been a bonkers. Why do I keep using that word? Oh, because it's true. It's just been lots going on. It's not just me. I get it from everybody. I hear everybody is like, just like, okay, we can do this. We can do this. We can do this. Like everyone's on the treadmill. Like, I'm not going to say the hamster wheel, okay? Because we're moving forward, y'all. We're moving forward. We're not going around in circles. We're moving forward. And that's why we're on a treadmill. We just got to keep up. My Nicola love, hello, welcome. Okay, so lots been going on. You guys saw that I was traveling and then I was filming, and hence why we've missed the last couple of weeks of FriYays here together. But we're here now, and that's all that matters. That's all that matters. Oh, Nicola, Sarah, I love doing your cameos. There's a couple others that get requested, but they don't come on here live, so I can't thank them live. But you two are so awesome that you continue to ask for my advice and my input on some of your perhaps tricky or sticky situations, and I'm honored and thrilled and grateful for all those opportunities. So thank you. And then yeah, wow, so you guys saw that I went to Minnesota, to Catherine's home state. Oh, there it was. It was tickling me. I went to Catherine's home state. I texted her right before I left. I'm like, Catherine, guess where I'm going? And she's like, where? Minnesota. I'm like, how the heck did you guess? Like, how did you know I was going to Minnesota of all places, right? I can never get this right. There we go. That's a better frame. I'm like, how'd you know I was going to Minnesota? She's like, I don't know. I'm like, that was really, really surprising. Well, the reason we went was surprising. If you didn't know, if you didn't catch my reel, we went because Oscar's father passed away. So it was very sudden, very unexpected. So we had plans to go visit him this summer. And we didn't make it, right? So we went, and it was amazing to meet that side of his family because he had never met them. So his dad had five daughters. So Oscar has five sisters in Minnesota that he didn't know. I mean, he knew of them, but he never met them. He had met one who had come to LA a couple times over the years, but he hadn't met the other sisters. So it was amazing. He has a huge family in Minnesota. Like, we were like, because my family's tiny, his family's tiny. I know it's weird. We're Latin. We should have big families. They used to be really big, but life. And so it was amazing. I felt like I gained five sisters. It was so beautiful. We had such a beautiful time. It was freezing, and yet I was okay with it. And it was really amazing. And let me tell you, I loved it. I loved Minneapolis and St. Paul, and just Minnesota has a very warm, even though it's very cold there, warm place in my heart. So that's where I was, and that's why like things have been kind of like, moving very fast. And so oh, Ninja, you ordered the book Love Revolution. You can't wait to read it. Thank you for supporting my sister. My sister wrote parts of that book. She contributed to it before she passed. She had finished her chapters, and she that was her. She was always moving, that girl. Oh, that makes me happy. That makes me happy. Thank you. Um yeah, we could still get happy and tear up a little bit out of joy that she's still here in some. Oh, Nick, you got me. No, not Nick. Ninja. I saw Nicola and I said Nick, but it was Ninja. Oh gosh, I love that feeling. Okay, I love that feeling. Thank you. Condolences to Oscar. Thank you. Sorry to hear about Oscar's father. You know what? Oscar has taught me a lot. Wow, he is woo! That man. That man teaches us every day. Oh, I know. I wanted to thank Nicola for my super chat. That's what I was doing. I was having three thoughts at the same time, and you heard half of it. He's taught me so much about this process, and he's just been look how interesting that is. How interesting. I did not think this was going to happen in this live. I have so many things planned for this live, and this was not one I planned on or assumed. I should just always assume it'll happen. Good thing I grabbed the tissue before I started. Lizzie, my love, welcome. What's up, my Lizzie? Oh my gosh, it's so good to have you here all. It feels really good. Oh, wow. Turtles! Hi, turtles! What's going on? My Angela love, I didn't see you in here, but now I definitely do. Angela, my love, are you kidding me? Oh my gosh. You guys are just so incredible. You guys are so special. There you go. I see you now, Angela. Trevor, hello. Thank you for sending love donations to our channel, to our Fry fam. Thank you, my loves. You all mean so much to me and each other, and it's unbelievable. Mi Soledad, hola, welcome, bienvenido. Um, oh wow, this is special. This is really special. Thank you, everybody. I'll pass on the condolences to Oscar. But like I said, he's taught me a lot. And that's not I'm not going there today, okay? That was not the lesson of today, so I'm not gonna start it. um, what else? What else has been going on? Oh my gosh, filming Tears of Warmth. I love that. Yes, that's exactly what it feels like. It feels like just overwhelming joy, and I can't describe it because you would think I would be sad, but somehow there's like acceptance, right? We got to get to that place of acceptance, and not just, loss of a family member or a dear friend. It's more like acceptance within and acceptance of the process. There's a reason, y'all. There's a reason there are angels up above now. They are needed up there. And so I've just been processing a lot, and it's been fun that I got to film a couple videos. You saw the one maybe with Armando, and I had another one. I can't remember. They all kind of blurred out, and not in any kind of disregard. I'm grateful for each and every single opportunity I have at Dhar Mann Studios, but they start to blur, and you're like, was it that one or was it that one? And then you see people there and you're like, oh my gosh. And you're like, was I in a video with them? Oh no, I saw them in the lobby. It's really wild. I can't explain it, but it's amazing. And turtles, thank you. I receive. I'm so happy you enjoy my work. I am so, so happy that it can bring you some sort of feels. Oh my gosh, thank you. I have been emotional today because I had a dream about my grandma and I really miss her right now. Oh my gosh, Sarah, baby doll, me too. I dreamt with my grandma and my sister, and I woke up and I was like, yes, they were in my dream. I got so happy. I got so happy. Whenever they come in my dreams, I wake up with like a new sense of like relief and like gratitude. I'm like, oh my gosh, they came to say hello to me. Like they came personally to say hello to me in my dreams. Oh God, I love it. So maybe it's a little reframe, Sarah, baby doll, yes, we can miss them. Of course we want to miss them so that they know that we are thinking of them. That's what I believe. And also the missing can be a good thing. It could be like, you're so fun. I had fun with you in my dream. So that's how I choose to look at it, right? Because you can very much choose to look at it any which way. I prefer to choose the one that makes me feel better and good. Okay, yeah, my mic is on. I made sure I turned it on before a moment. I was like, am I not? No, but you guys are interacting. Okay, I had a moment, PTSD sometimes. Ah, Mona said it, Sarah. That is definitely your sweet grandma visiting and letting you know she's always in your heart and memories. I love it. I love it. That's exactly right. Hold on. Runny nose. Oh, my CJ, Jovanna, you're so special to us. The world is a much better place with you in it. You know what? I can say the same thing about you and you all right? And I think that's why we love coming in here in our FriYay Fry fams because we are reflections of one another and we can perhaps instill that yumminess in each other when perhaps one of us may be a little bit fill in the blank, right? So we are reflections of one another. So thank you, CJ, for reflecting back to me. That means a lot. Ah, yes, acceptance within. Perfect description, dear Giovanna. If I said that, I'm happy I did. um, Oh wow, all these comments, y'all are making me happy. Let's see. I'm gonna be in the comments here for a little bit because when I get into my lesson, y'all, I don't know how much commenting I'm gonna be able to do, and you'll see why. I'm a little nervous about this lesson today, and you'll see why. But I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm excited. But you'll see why. Trevor, random question. What was your reaction when the Baltimore Bridge collapsed? Oops. I did see. Okay, so I'm gonna be honest. I saw just a smidge of it because I haven't been watching a lot of news lately. Um, uh, Choice and just schedules, right? So it is tax season for us adultlings. It's a intense time of the year where we have to get our taxes done, and that is where I'm going after this. So I am gonna bounce off of here fairly on time because Mona also has an appointment, but we're getting our taxes finished. We went yesterday, we had to come back today. So this is an intense time of year. It's been ultra intense with all the things that you kind of know have been going on that I sometimes share here. And there's other things that perhaps I don't share, right? But tax season is intense. And I've had to work on those. And so I random roundabout to your answer, Trevor. What I thought about the bridge was like, oh my gosh, I hope no one got injured. That was my initial gut instinct, like, oh my gosh. And then I felt really bad for the small businesses that are affected because, like, you don't think the trickle down effect of, not the big, huge suppliers, but the mom and pop, suppliers. I was gonna say shops, but I don't know. The shippers, and it's like, ouch, man. Like after such trying, challenging years, now you have to add this to their bag of tricks. And so that was my initial. Like, I hope everyone's safe, and I hope the small businesses can um surpass this. That was the word, surpass this. Thank you for asking, Trevor. That's a really insightful, sweet question to ask. Um, JC, I saw the one with you, Armando, Jacqueline, and Jesse a couple weeks ago. Jesse. Who's Jesse? Is that the one where? See, I told you they all blur. And Jesse is the name of my best man, our best man from our wedding. So whenever I see Jesse, I get confused with him. So I'm like, Jesse, he wasn't in a Dhar Mann video. But he did just release a new film. It's called The Long Game, and it's out in theaters this weekend, and it was amazing. So I'm gonna put a plug in here for The Long Game. If you happen to go to the theaters, or it's so good. It's about like five Mexican teens who were golf caddies and their life as a caddy, and like, the unfortunate discrimination that existed and sometimes still exists, right? In this country towards Mexicans. Oh, it was such a special movie. So if you have an opportunity to see it at a theater near you, I do highly recommend it. It was funny. It had heart, it had inspiration, it had joy, it had sadness, it had frustration, it had every layer. I kid you not. I cannot wait to take my dad to see this. I hope I can. I hope I can. I hope I can, because I told my sister to take my dad. So I don't know if I'm going to be back in town in time to see it with him. Maybe he's already seen it, but let me tell you, highly recommend. It's called The Long Game, and it's going to be advertised so much more now that people realize how great, amazing of a film it was and is. So how I got into that. Oh, I went to the premiere a couple nights ago. Was it last night or the night before? We had a movie premiere um at a theater in Hollywood for the premiere of this new movie. So it was so fun. I still haven't posted photos because I've been working on my taxes. See how it all comes full circle? That's where I've been. I've been it's been a lot. Okay. Oh, Armando, Marisela, those two. That's why I asked for the cameo to be the three of you. Marisela wasn't on set that day. We don't know who we're gonna run into. It's whoever's there. I mean, I knew Armando was gonna be there because we were in the same project in the same video, but Marisela wasn't in that one. Marisela was in another one, and we took that photo in the actors lobby. So you just never know who you're gonna get. That's why. That's why. That's why. That's why. So sorry if I disappointed the Marisela wasn't in it, but she wasn't there that day. Oh, you have both my and my sister's book, Ninja Keith. That is so sweet. Jackie, my sister, Jacqueline, she actually wrote 4 books. Yeah. Jacqueline Ortiz, that is my last name as well, but I go by Vidal. Um, Some of you have heard the story. It's easier for me to pronounce it in Spanish. So yeah, Jackie was like a beast. Like she was just no joke. And one of her books I did the audio for. So it's called Extraordinary You. And I did the narration of that book. And moving along. Those are really difficult times. So I want to not go there. It was really hard to narrate that book. You get so happy when you see me on Dhar Mann. I get so happy when I'm on Dhar Mann. So yay. Um, do you prefer playing the good or the evil characters? Okay, most actors like to say that they want to like play the mean roles. They're like more challenging and more interesting. I'm gonna be honest with you. The mean roles aren't nice. I played a couple mean roles where I was crying because I had to be mean to like people, and I was like, this is awful. And I can't separate like the harshness sometimes of the words we gotta say. And I'm talking about the true evil ones where it's like I say something so off-putting, like so like the one with Reina Shante where she was homeless in the playground and I had to like I wanted to kick out her and her daughter. Oh my God, that was so hard. I was crying and I wasn't supposed to cry in that one, like, because I was so hurt by the things I was saying to them. It was like, I didn't like that feeling at all. But I loved, interestingly enough, I loved having the experience. I know that doesn't make sense. So I didn't enjoy the feeling, but I loved having the experience. And why I say that is because sometimes, you know, we need to understand somebody else's shoes. And that opened my eyes in a lot of ways. And I was like, oh my gosh. So it's hard to explain, but other actors probably would get what I'm saying. But that's a great question, JC. Thank you for asking that. That was fun. Ralitza, my love, welcome. Hello, welcome, my love. Yeah, that's beautiful that Catherine said that. Focus on the love they left behind rather than the loss, and it's not so hard. It's still hard. I don't know. I think it's still hard. I just think that um we have to honor them. And honoring them means living. They want us to live. And Angela, I know you said that because your dear papa passed this no last year as well, right around when Jacqueline passed. And we were connecting in that way. And it I still think it's hard. I'm not gonna front. It's hard to lose someone you love, but you want to honor them, and that's precious. That's precious. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna keep moving along because I know I'm coming up on minute 22. I'm excited for this lesson. I'm a little nervous, but we'll see how it goes. Jacqueline writes nonfiction, so it's very much self-help. This is to Nicola, who asked if she writes fiction or nonfiction. She wrote nonfiction about self-love and loving yourself and honoring yourself and honoring yourself first in order to honor others, right? Like you have to respect yourself and lead with love. And she was the self-love diva. Self-love diva. And she's got meditations on YouTube on her channel if you want to check them out on how to like up level, yourself and love yourself more. So yeah, she was and is and will always freaking be incredible. Well, extraordinary, because that was her book. Extraordinary You. Yeah. Wait, why does it say 2:22? I still have another 50 seconds on my clock. Okay. All right. Lesson time, guys. I'm going to stop this and I am going into the lesson of the day. So I'm assuming both Angela and Mona are here and y'all are in good hands. So let's do this, y'all. Let's do this. Okay. Maybe lesson time should be 22:30. Oh, you're so cute. You like all the happy, like jojo. Oh, that's amazing. Okay. Okay, everybody. It's class time. And here we go. Okay. So this is what I wanted to lead with. Let's see if you could read that. People will forget what you said. People will forget what you did. But people will never forget how you made them feel. And that's Maya Angelou. You may have heard that quote by the late, great Maya Angelou. And I wanted that quote to lead us into our lesson. Okay? So it says we're going to have a math lesson here. You didn't think I was going to teach you math now, did you? Now stay around. Don't click off because I say it's a math lesson, okay? We are going to do this really cool thing that I came up with. And I'm going to preface it how it started. So that is the quote we're going to lean in today. Okay? And how it started was because, as you know, I work with a lot of actors and non-actors, right? I meet a lot of different people, lots of different walks of life, in front of the camera, behind the camera, on stage. Like, there's just a lot of people, right, that I am so blessed to interact with. And so, I worked with someone, and I'm going to keep it very general. I worked with someone some time ago, and this someone was adorable. He, she, they were adorable. And I just remember my takeaway. I was like, oh, I was expecting something different because they were so freaking darn cute. And I was like, oh my gosh. And then when I had an exchange with them, I was kind of like, oh, like it left me kind of like, mm, oh, honey, like, honey. And what I was thinking was like, we have an opportunity to leave a good, lasting impression on others, right? Like, that's what we want. As actors, right? We want to be memorable, right? So that is what we want. Let's see how we do this. We want the M. Oh, I want a bigger. marker. So we want to be memorable, right? In our acting profession, we want actors, directors, casting directors, producers to remember us. We want to be memorable. But how do we achieve that? How do we achieve being memorable? Right? And I've been thinking about this, and I was thinking about that when I worked with that youngling that day. And I was like, wow, if only they had what now I am coining as E3 plus U equals. Okay, so no, this is not a math lesson. This, wait for it, is a life lesson. Okay, do I got your interest again now again? So this is a life lesson. So E3 plus U equals M. We want to be memorable, right? And not just as an actor, but like when we're meeting new people, right? So, like maybe it's potential new friends or potential new clients, or maybe it's, like just if you're networking for a new opportunity, we want to be memorable. And the three things I found that would lead to someone being memorable are energy. Can you see that? There's like a layer. Energy, right? And this isn't like energy. That's not what I'm talking about. But what I thought this youngling could have worked on was a little bit more like, just like that little bit of like energy, like that little bit of something that showed that she had energy behind the eyes. Like she looked at me like this, or they looked at me like this, because it could be either, right? They looked at me like this, like, I was like, oh my God. And it totally weirded me out. I was like, why are they looking at me like this? Like, why are they staring at me? And it was just like a deadpan. And I was like, this is really weird because they were so cute. And I was oddly taken aback by the fact that there was no energy behind the eyes. And I was like, oh, wow, you, baby doll, need energy. And I say baby doll, boy or girl, it doesn't matter, right? I call everybody, well, not everybody, but anyway, you need a little energy in your eyes, just a little like, I'm with you. I'm listening. I'm processing. And that's what I mean by energy. Just a little something behind the eyes that says, I'm present. Okay. And I do want to preface this by saying that how do I say this? I'm not trying to change anybody, right? I'm not trying to tell you how to be. You do you. But what I am sharing are things that I learned in years of acting classes and just life that have been helpful to me in interactions with others, right? Because everyone we come across is an opportunity to be more, do more, serve more with them or with each other. And I think it's so important that we have this standard, right? Or this process or this understanding of what can make you have a better exchange with someone. And I think energy, again, that little like, is so key and so underrated, right? It's not talked about a lot. You hear like, ah, that's not what I'm saying. It's just that little bit of something in your eyes that says, go on, I'm listening. I think that's really important. And that's the first E. Okay. How are we doing here? Is everybody okay? Paradise Earth, welcome. Okay. So now the next E I have a bunch of different markers. The next E is, if I can open it with one hand, I was trying to get an easel to hold this, but I got my teeth. The next one is effort, right? We have to show effort, like initiate the inclination to want to be engaging with someone, right? Effort, engaging. You have to like put in like the intention that you want to have a good communicative exchange, right? So energy and effort, those are two big ones. And then the last E stands for enthusiasm. Have a little joy, have a little bit of like, oh, pep in your step. And do you see how they all kind of play into one another? All three, I think, and there's more, are just like foundational, like the baseline of what you want to have in order to leave a more lasting impression, right? You want to be a little bit more engaged, a little bit more enthusiastic, have a little bit of energy behind the eyes. And you know what? It takes practice, y'all. This isn't something that, happens overnight, but you have to have the consciousness around it, right? If you didn't know that you could put a little bit of energy behind your eyes and be like, oh, if you didn't know that, why would you, right? If you're not an actor, perhaps, or perhaps you haven't heard it, like you just assume, like, oh, this is the way it's supposed to be. Oh, no, just add a little bit of, and then right here. Oh, interesting. I have so many colors I'm playing with. Okay, so now you're going to have E3, right? Plus you. You are the special ingredient. There's only one you, right? We know this. Only one you. You are uniquely you. So this is you, but it also means, oh, this isn't going to show, is it? No, the green isn't going to show. I say a little oomph. Can you see that? Add a little oomph to it. And this isn't a tactic to like be fake or to manufacture interest in somebody else. On the contrary, this is a way to be real, because when you have an authentic exchange with somebody and you are memorable, guess what? You can come back and lead from there, right? I think oftentimes we don't have confidence because we don't understand how important it is to give others what they need in order to reciprocate it. So if you give them energy, effort, enthusiasm, they will reciprocate it, right? And then you can be remembered, right? So what did Maya Angelou say? People will forget what you say, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. And this is how you can make others feel good, not only about meeting you, but about themselves, because they now see a light. They now see the brightness in you. And you lead by example. I have been thinking about this a lot. At first, I started with E2, and then I was like, no, there's got to be an E3. And then, you know me, I could have come up with E10, but that wouldn't have been like memorable. E to the third power. There's something about threes, right? E to the third power plus you makes you memorable. And this is the key now. We want this. I can't open these with one hand. We want to be PM. The P is really important too. What does P stand for? It means positively remembered, right? We don't want negative interpretations or impressions out there of us. We want to be remembered positively, right? So it is so important that we do these things in a positive light. Hence, you will be memorable. And I think for you who, all you who want to be actors, like I think this is a great formula to keep in your mind. And if you're wanting to meet new friends, my arm hurts. If you want to meet new friends and new people, it's like, what a quick little way to be like, ooh, P3, a little energy, a little enthusiasm. Let me put effort into this conversation and a little me, a little you in the mix, right? So I hope this is helpful visually. When you're out there and you're like, oh, I want to meet this person, but I'm shy. Oh, I want to say hello, but I don't have nothing to say. Sometimes all you need to lead with is your energy, a little effort and enthusiasm. And let the conversation go in the direction it's going to go in. And it's natural and it's organic and it's authentic and it's not fake or manufactured. And I think that is so cool. So I hope that helps somebody. Put it in the comments if that was kind of something that was helpful to you. If you're okay with me using a board to demonstrate, I'll have an easel next time. I can't find it. My house is still being unpacked. But I really wanted to do this. I had it in my heart today to really, share this today. And I wish you could see the oomph. The oomph needs to be brighter. It can't be that green. It has to be. So, what did you think? What did you think? This is amazing, Jovanna. And yes, very helpful. Yay! I'm so creative. Yay! Very helpful. John, thank you. You can place it a bit higher so I can make a screenshot. Oh, okay. Yeah. Let's see. Is that a screenshot? Do you want me in it or no? If you don't want me in it, there we go. But I can't tell if I'm centered. There we go. And then, of course, the Maya Angelou quote. And I think it is so cool when we think about the impression we make on others. And it's not to please others. That's not what I'm saying. It's not to people please. It's not to, uh, butter people up or kiss. It's none of those things. It's so that sometimes we need a little just like reframe on what it's like to like go up to someone. And sometimes for me, I feel like if I have a process or if I have something, an example in my head or something to fall back on, like something that like keeps my mind kind of like, present and engaged, it's so much easier than being like, hi, do you see the difference? It's like, and then like do the same thing with your handshakes. Oh, I'm so glad I remember this. Do the same thing with your handshakes. Put energy into your handshake. If you're gonna meet someone, if you're going into an interview, my guy, my university bound or university graduating younglings, right? When you go into an interview, have energy in your handshake. Don't do one of these. What does that say about you? Your potential future employer thinks you don't have energy for your job. They think that you're not enthusiastic about working there. They think you're not going to put effort into what you are saying you're going to bring to the table. Do you see how this is truly for life? Do you see how it's like it trickles down on so many different areas, right? So it's the handshake, it's the hug. When you hug someone, hug them with intention and effort and energy and enthusiasm. Don't be like, what the heck is that? Don't hug me if you're gonna hug me like that. Like, I want to feel the hug. I want to feel the handshake. I want to feel the energy. I want to know that you're happy to meet me, that you're gonna, leave me feeling better than when I was not with you. What is that saying? Leave people better than when you first meet them. Yeah, I want that with everybody, but not everybody does it. I tell you that wholeheartedly, 2000 million percent. I know for a fact that a lot of people I meet, I'm just saying truth, and I'm not calling anybody out, but it's just facts, okay? They don't bring forth that energy that radiates and bounces off of them. And it's not just on camera, all right, y'all? Like I said, interview, new friends, a potential client, wherever you are on the spectrum of life, right? This is, I think, the underbelly of having a cool exchange with someone new. So, ah, so you know what you can do? I really love this lesson, and I know I gotta fine tune it. I should have prefaced it by saying that I'm workshopping this a little bit. It's the first time I've used a board and all these different color markers, right? So there's all these intricacies of like doing these things live, right? You don't expect the marker to not open with one hand, right? Like I didn't think of that. But anyway, I really have been thinking a lot about this because every time I meet someone, I want to get that oomph from them. I really do. And I don't always do, right? And I think us younglings, you younglings, um, it's sometimes a confidence, not issue. It's not an issue, but a confidence breakdown. If you leave meeting someone new and you're like, but if you just had a little pep, just a little pep, and all that means is like, go, hi, nice to meet you. Hi, nice to meet you. Hi, nice to meet you. There's all these different things you can play with. And yes, use a mirror. Y'all, as actors, we have to look in the mirror a lot to see sometimes what we are expressing, not expressing, sometimes to read our lines. Some teachers tell you not to, some teachers tell you you have to. Whatever works for you as an actor and as a person, either or both. It doesn't matter, right? What is acting? Acting is reflecting life back to the viewer, right? So it's like, what is it that we want to convey more authentically so that you, the viewer, see it as real and lifelike, right? I don't know. I love this lesson. I'm gonna work on it, but I hope you enjoy. I hope you got something out of it. I really do. I really do. I want to go in the comments. I miss you guys. Okay, I miss you guys. Um, okay. Um, yes, Jolie. Hello, my Jolie. Leave people better than before you came. Make it memorable, and they'll never be the same. Hope it made sense. It sure made sense. That's what we've been going with. The rhyme of the week. Yes, it was a fun lesson today. Yes, Mona. Yay! I'm so happy. I love this lesson so much, Jovanna. This really has helped me a lot. Yay! Right? And this is something that you can make it your own. I'm not trying to tell you to be like me or be a cookie cutter. Heck to the no. If you want to add another E to the 16th, you do it. But this is like just a cool way where we could be like, oh, a little energy, a little enthusiasm, some effort. Hi, nice to meet you. Hi, my name is Jovanna. It's nice to meet you. See how subtle it can be? It's not the hi, hi, hi. That reminded me of my sister. My sister would bounce around every time she said hello to someone, and you're like, "Hi, hi." She was amazing. Okay, let's see what else. I have lots of comments in here. I hope it resonated. Okay. Oh wow, there's lots of comments. Wonderful combination. Yes, congratulations, Nikhil. I saw that. Professional Jickerson, hello, welcome. Oh gosh, you guys are amazing. Okay, the edit of Selena Sweets. Yeah, I remember that. Yay, I'm happy. There are definitely people who are sunshine in human form. Oh, Mona, that's beautifully said. Um, yes, authenticity can't be beat. Mona, I love that. I'm loving that. And I think this plays also into some other area that I also want to speak to. And I think it's also not just when you meet someone in human form, right? But it's also when you meet someone socially, even like social media, right? So I think it's really important that we remember that social media, even though it's behind a keyboard, right, and you're behind a screen, you're still making a human contact, right? And you want people to remember you favorably, right? You don't want to like overstep, right, any boundaries or any unspoken rules of social media. I think it's so important to realize that social media, like your profile is your home, right? Your profile is your house. That's where you put up all your pictures and you put up all your videos of your life. And that's where you put up all the inspirational quotes you want to be reminded of anytime you walk into the house. And my Oscar is walking into the house. But I think, so it distracted me. um, Baby, come in. Hi. Honey, hi. I'm in the middle of the lesson, so I'm going to finish up. Okay. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
He's saying hello to everybody, but he has to run off. Okay. So yeah, so remember, social media, right? Your profile is your home. And you have to understand how to respect not only your home, but others' home, right? So you wouldn't go up to someone's home, right? And walk into their house and kick off your shoes and put your feet up on the furniture and kick it and be there all day, like all day, running out your welcome, right? You wouldn't do that in someone's house, right? Similarly, it's hard to concentrate. Similarly, social media is similar, right? So for your DMs, for example, right? You can't just go into someone's DM and like run ragged in there, right? You wouldn't do that. It's similar in that stance. So I just want us all to remember that it's really important to always have, your boundaries set for yourself and respect others' boundaries, right? And I think there's like a big misunderstanding or misinterpretation about social media. We think that because we have access to literally everyone in the world, like you could literally DM, I don't know if he'll respond, but you could literally DM The Rock, right? It might go into a folder, he'll never see it, blah, 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 blah. But technically, you can DM anybody in the world. That doesn't mean that you disrespect his DMs, right? So I'm saying this because it's come to my attention that, some younglings are perhaps crossing that boundary. And I just want us all to lead by example and to do things, right, the way we would in someone's proper home, right? Not put our feet up on the furniture, not stay for days when we're only welcome for, Friday night, right? It's like, and I'm using that as an analogy because I think, for so many of you who've, never known a world without social media and DMs, right? For you, you're like, yeah, what's wrong with DMing someone? There's nothing wrong with it. Just know that sometimes that the way you present your DMs make a big difference. Again, in their perspective about you, right? You want to leave a positive impact an impression on those you meet in person and socially, right? Socially, I mean social media, right? So just be mindful of that, right? Like, if you write really long messages, like it might not be so easy for someone to respond, right? It's like it's hard to respond to long messages and it's hard to respond to too many frequent messages, right? And I'm saying this because it's just common courtesy. And we just want to have that common courtesy in someone else's home. So I'm using that analogy because I know y'all are smart and y'all can kind of, read the undertones of what I'm trying to say, right? And I think it's important, and boundaries are so important for our mental health, for our self care, for respecting others. And so that's why I wanted to bring that up because I thought it tied up so nicely with today's quote. And I'll repeat. People will forget what you say, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget the way you made them feel. And you want people to feel good about you on social media as well, right? It's so important that the impression we leave is a good, positive, lasting impression, a favorable one that people want to continue to engage with in life and on social. So, um, I hope that made sense. I was trying to, um, just share things that, I've heard from other people. I've heard from, other Dhar Mann actors, right? I've heard from other younglings. So I'm just wanting everybody to just be mindful, right? We want to carry ourselves with grace and ease and elegance. And sometimes that means just not putting up your feet on someone's furniture. um, um, so I don't know if that made sense. Did that make sense? I hope it made sense. Um, oh, good, Mona. Oh, good. Yes, it makes total sense. Thank you for sharing. Okay. Brendan Blackwell. I'm a huge fan of you. Oh, thank you, my honey. Welcome, welcome. Brendan. Um, let's see, because it looks like that's the end of the. Hello, Dr. Pepper Drinker. I hope you're still here from Utah. I hope you'll return. Oh, this is my favorite lesson. Thank you, CJ. Oh, thank you, Sarah Baby Doll. Jovanna is sunshine in human form, and she's bright and amazing. That's so beautiful. Mona, it also helps to feel out people's energy. Sometimes it just doesn't match ours, which has made me feel uncomfortable. I'm better at listening to this to protect my boundaries. Yeah, I mean, if you're getting the vibe that someone doesn't want to talk to you, you can read that, right? And be like, okay, it was nice meeting you. I'll see you around. That happened to me. Oh my God, that happened to me. That happened to me at the premiere I went to, the movie premiere. I was talking to this director writer, and it was not going well. And I didn't know how to end the conversation because I still wanted to make my point. And I was like, okay, at this point, your point is not coming across the way you want. Just back down and walk away. Like, just walk away because you don't want this to be like, you know, uh, eh, it's just sometimes you don't mesh with other people's energies. It's really wild how that happens because you think, like, yeah, I can talk to anybody. I can, Giovanna can talk to anybody. I love talking to people. I can go up to anybody and I want to talk to people. And sometimes people don't want to talk to me. And I've had to learn to be okay with that. But like Giovanna is like, why don't you want to talk to me? I want to talk. I'm ready to talk. Like if I'm at like a grocery store line, I just want to talk to people. I want to talk to the cashier. I want to talk. And sometimes people aren't as receptive. So, yeah, you do have to be mindful of other people's energy. And we never know what they're going through, right? We never know what they're going through. We don't know what people are struggling with. And maybe that's affecting their energy and mood. And maybe on any other day they would want to talk to you. But on this particular day, you caught them, you know, in, fill in the blank mood, right? Um, Oh, Oscar! He left. He had to run off to the office. He's getting his papers ready for taxes, which we gotta go and do in a couple moments. Um, yes, our social media is like our home, but we also have to respect others' homes. Oh, Mona, thank you. I'm glad that resonated with you. It's like sometimes my analogies are a little, but if you think about it, like on our IG, we put up our pictures. Our personal listest items go up, right? Sometimes in our social media feed, and it's so important that we understand that yes, it's a social platform to exchange with, but it's also one we want to be mindful of, and that's why we don't write mean comments, because it's like coming up to someone's house and tagging it and putting nasty words on the outside of their house. No, you don't do that, right? And that's why we're all kind younglings who leave positive comments. And that I know for sure. You all are so beautifully positive with your comments to me and to each other. And it's precious. And please continue to be that positive, please, because I promise you, you will get infinitely further being positive than negative. And if you start out being negative, it takes you that much longer to turn it around. That's why I'm so happy and proud of all of you who are, I've seen the changes over the years. Like you guys are so impressively further along than I ever was. I promise you. I am so proud of each and every single one of you. I truly am. What you do every day and how you show up every day, and not just on our FriYays. I see you on social. You guys are so beautifully positive. Please keep that near and dear to your heart always, regardless of what's going on in your heart, right? Sometimes our heart aches. That doesn't mean that we have to hurt somebody else, right? Okay. Um, whew. Social media is an easy access to contact others, but we also have to be mindful that it's 24/7. Yeah. Yeah. When I talk to other Dhar Mann actors, we're just like, and I don't have the biggest following, okay? I'm not trying to say I have millions of followers, but then again, if I had millions of followers like some of those big influencers, they probably have a social media manager, or they probably have a social media team that takes care of a lot of what goes on, right? In these platforms, because it's daunting, right? And like I said, I don't have a huge following. I love my following and I love every single one of you. So please do remember to subscribe and follow, and like. You gotta like my videos. Oops. And that's so that like it's emphasized. I have this little funny. This is funny. It's funny how things happen. This has never fallen in any of our 100 plus lives, or however many lives I've done out here. But look how funny. This is a little sign I had that says welcome to our home, and it like, opens up like a little, like a little easel, like what I needed for my board. And for different holidays I'll put like, pumpkins. Like I just decorate this and I always have this. It has never fallen over. But funnily enough, talking about, protecting and cherishing our homes, funny how that fell. Okay. But yeah, so what was I saying? So yeah, sometimes we're like, oh my gosh, like to respond to every DM, it takes, and then again, y'all, we're working. I mean, Mona, right? You're working so frequently on all your multiple jobs, and it's like us adults, you younglings don't have taxes. That alone, you guys have finals that we don't have, but we already did that. We already did the finals and everything. But yeah, being an adult is a whole nother, and it's interesting when we get further along and more of you younglings become adultlings. We'll have to do videos on like that transition, right? Like how you transition from a youngling to an adultling. It's a lot, right? So, Mona, Angela, all my other adultlings, it's like work takes up a lot of our mind space. And so we also have to respect that, right? Like your parents, like you have to kind of respect that they have a lot going on in their head, in their world, trying to keep a roof over your heads. Like being an adult is no joke. It's beautiful, but it's no joke. But I'm at the top of the hour, and Mona and I both have to go get our taxes, and she has another appointment, and I don't want to like go off too far off on a tangent. But if anything resonated with you that you want to dig deeper in, leave me a comment. And remember, comments are public. You can leave me as many comments as you want. I love comments. It's just the DMs that we want to try to like, have better boundaries around. So y'all are amazing. I miss you already. I don't want to get off here, but we got to go take care of some stuff. And believe me, I'd rather be here with you than with the tax lady. So I love you all so much, my beautiful Fry fam. Y'all are incredible. I'm so proud of you. Angela, wait, oh, I saw some really, um, oh, Mona, you're so sweet. Yeah, we do what we can, and I'm not even again at the top of the roster of the amount of DMs of what people probably get. People probably get thousands of DMs. I get dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens. But some people probably get thousands, like the influencers with millions. Oh, I can't imagine. I can't imagine. But I hope I'm there one day, right? I'll just have a team. Okay. Something Angela said. Oh, she said something so cool. I'm gonna have to find it. All right. Well, anyway, you guys are amazing. Bye. I don't want to say bye, but I gotta say bye. I love you. Happy Friday. Man, there was other stuff I had planned. The hour goes quick. All right. Love y'all. Bye for now.